All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans. It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go! Let's go! Down! Go to base! Watch 56! Pick it up! Pick it up! Pick it up! Check!
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the right side with Jones. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 15. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 39 yards there, a big one. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. From the 50, it's Watson. Buying time to his left.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Watson. Into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Another try for Mixon. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Test you out, bro.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Young. Open man is Ross, complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
Come on, keep playing.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Check, check, check. 41's coming. 41 the mic. Let's go, one more.
Looking to throw, Young. Throwing middle, and it's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. From the red zone now, Young. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Set. 19. 52's the mic. Set the tones, defense. 26.
From the 25 on 2nd down. Watson escaping the pressure right. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Two times.
Now Joe Mixon. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let's see what you got.
2nd and 5 now. Watson, the catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
83's me. Check the board.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 15. And he will finally be taken down at the Titans' 15.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit, because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson eluding the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Following the interception, Young going deep downfield for Roll. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this 1st half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Watson. Flushed out right. He's going to take off.
Come on, he got to fumble that, man.
It'll be a gain of 9,
Come on, man.
And that'll make it 3rd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And an alley to run. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. To throw is Watson. Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. 6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Watson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Jordan Thomas, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Off the play fake, Young. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. That throw by Young incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Again, it's Young. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The play fake. Now Young. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Young working out of the gun. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? the better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
At the Texans' 47-yard line.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Young. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Young to throw it. Caught by Jones. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. It doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
I got you. I got you.
Now Young. He'll get this one complete to Davis. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
56 to my boy, 56.
From the shotgun, it's Young. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
Some pressure.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. Mixon hit it. Oh, the ball is out.
You see how this man just fumbled and then trying to
That ball was not
it.
free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll try the air now with Watson. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Get that ball. Get that ball.
On 2nd down, McFarland. He'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Houston. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. Watson on first down. Being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
They'll run here with Mixon. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
That thing is short.
On first down, Watson. Pass incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Here we go, D. Here I come.
They'll run with Mixon. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On 2nd and 12, Watson.
Bro, he
And this
threw
one
it.
incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Right in
We've seen
front of
good
my
cover
guy.
skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd down and 12. Mixon with it.
Take your point.
And not even back to the line
Take
of
your point.
scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That kind of looked like a defense fed up by being gashed in the running game all night.
Yeah, and imagine their coach saying, if you're fed up on that play, where were you the rest of the time. What took you so long? But flip it over to the offensive side. They've been dominating this thing, and to finally have a play go against them, that's not something that's going to make them feel very good this evening.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let him go. Let him go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Don't give me that.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Young. Complete to Jones. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues.
Bro, you playing quarter?
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
You gonna take. You got take.
To throw, Young. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
First down.
This quarterback now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Why did I throw that?
Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Again, it's Jones. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here, as that'll bring up 4th down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty
face
stressful.
smash, bro.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's where the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose, as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
It's just me and you.
fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Mixon. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Watson now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going
Hey,
out of
man.
bounds.
Hey, I know y'all watching
getting
this.
the first down on
How
a
many
big play
times
of
man gonna pick
18
the same
yards.
run play? I mean, the same pass play, bro. Same nickel.
And an alley to run. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Young. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And it's second down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards, the final tally. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of 2 there, second down. Now from the 9, here's second and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on third and goal. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Texans, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next.
Whenever they cut y'all out of me, whenever I was pregnant with you guys, they cut the nerves. So I don't have any feeling.
What is that?
You feel right for it.
So you've been to that
Given to a new family. Oh, I'm sorry, Paul.
Who needs a kid's room? Yes. Yeah, that's here.
Okay, throw those away.